Welcome to San Patrignano for the individual European show jumping championship. Here in the Rimini's equestrian facility in San Patrignano, the largest European drug rehabilitation centre that brings you the final stages of this exciting European championship. In some 25 years, San Patrignano has taken over 18,000 young people, thousands of young boys and girls who have now left drugs behind them through the world of the horse. It was this man's father who started it all back in 1978.
The European here means very much for all of us, because horses are part of the important breeding stable here, but also are a therapeutic instrument for drug addicts. This is one of the intuitions that my father had when he started all this, and now we dedicate to his memories this championship. We intend to do these very high competitions to spread a social message, which is the main task and the main peculiarity of this championship, that it's possible to overcome obstacles, even so dramatic as drug addiction.
What an amazing background, and we have the final 25 for 2 rounds for the individual title. Here they are, they go in reverse order of merit, and as we climb towards the end of the horses and riders that come forward, it will be the lowest scores, in other words, those that are closest to the medals, that will come last. A competition that is going to build with enormous excitement. The Germans showed their enormous power with a decisive win in the team title, and they of course are still also very much involved in the individual, with the top 2 places currently with the Germans. So what does Jean-Maurice Bonneau think of the situation?
I think it's difficult. I think right now they are in another world, another planet, so it's difficult because we have seen the difference between them and the rest of the Europe. But anyway, it's a good motivation to try to beat them.
Well, the host nation have got quite an input. John Carlos Garcia, one of 2 Italians that are in the top 10 of the individual at this stage. The experience of Belgium's Jos Lancic right in contention. And the 26-year-old lady rider from Switzerland, the leading lady rider in Athens, is right there too, together with the Olympic champion of 2000 in Sydney, Sharon Doubledam. It's been a disappointing tournament for France, but Lauren Goffinet in bronze medal at the moment could put that right. But the 2 Germans out in front, Marco Kutscher and the reigning European champion right there, Christian Ahlmann. So the stage is set. Marco Cortinovis, who's built some wonderful courses, applauded by all of the riders, sets the scene for this final day. The rain's gone. 2 very wet nights here in San Patrignano on the end of the team and the middle night, but now conditions absolutely superb. And so it is the first of the Italian riders, Juan Carlos Garcia, Lord Piana Albin, that we see. He comes in at the moment in 10th place, and he comes in 10th place on 14.75. with the leaders at the moment, Marco Kutscher, on 3.79. But the pressure's on. There haven't been many clear rounds. Colombian-born, came over to Europe, to France actually, where then he moved to San Patrignano. And 2 years ago, he dropped his Colombian nationality, has now taken on Italians, and of course they love this. They're right behind him. Italy, who, when the championships were here in Italy in '63, won the team gold and the individual gold. Graziano Mancinelli with a great rocket. They've disappeared down the world ranking since then, but this is their best tournament so far since all those years. A clear round here now would really put the pressure on the combinations above, and he's done it. He's inside the time, and he stays on his score of the moment, 14.75, and the rest now have got to really go for golds. Well, this San Patrignano crowd, really patriotic. That has sent a tremendous buzz round this arena. All the facilities here, truly world class. As in comes Gerco Schroeder for Holland with Eurocommerce Monaco. The Schroeder family who've had, well, one can only describe a traumatic season. Three brothers, Ben, Wim and Gerco. Ben had a very bad fall, virtually broke his neck. Wim broke a leg, he's back in action now, but Gerco has gone very well at the moment. He's lying in 7th place, 9.81. It's also very, very close. This individual title is going to have to be earned. And of course, they're all chasing the supremacy of Germany. And he's in the water. The water has been so influential throughout this tournament. It's a big open water. And Marco Cortinovis has certainly used it to very good effect. Control has been the key word. The poles are so light. This is a disappointing round for Gerco Schroeder. He's going to drop right down. Holland, who looked like being the silver medalist in the team, but dropped down to bronze medalists. Sharon Double-Dam in contention for a medal, but Gerco Schroeder dropping back 7th in the Hamburg jumping derby, 21.81 with those 12 faults for the Dutchman. Well, you can see the effort that's being put in. Holland have really developed a team of very good riders that have had good experience, and the Schroeder brothers certainly part of that. As in comes 26-year-old Christina Lebert for Switzerland, LB No Mercy. Very strong, powerful horse, which has caused her problems in the past. She was the leading lady rider in Athens. She finished in 13th place there. But now Christine, who's had a fantastic tournament. She's lying 5th. She's right in contention, 8.69. This Swiss team have really developed over the last few weeks, in effect. They've really come together. They've grown in strength. Hans Lebert will be such a proud man at the performance of his daughter. The mare has really taken to this atmosphere here. She's been rideable. And if she can go clear, the pressure is on. Just beginning to get a bit of a handful. Oh, she's there! What a performance! And this girl really has just performed out of this world. She stays on 8.69, and now those above her, 4 of them, 1 for Holland, 1 for France and 2 for Germany, have got to be on their very, very best form. Really see LB No Mercy quite relaxed. Well, now the Sydney Olympic gold medalist, Sharon Double-Dam. That was, of course, on DCM. DCM still ridden, came back after injury earlier this season, but this is the horse that he now pins his hopes for the future on. 4th in the Arca Grand Prix, hasn't really done anything outstanding, but here he's just kept battling away. He lies 4th at the moment, just outside the medals. 7.62, a fantastic 2 rounds. Really kept Holland in the team medals, and it's put him in with a chance of an individual medal. Water combination, water. How expensive is that? Marco Contanovis's courses have all been about control. And some riders have been found wanting quite some surprises, really. One down. One down. He drops off the pace. Christina Lebert comes up. So he drops down to 11.62. Jos Lancic, he's come up too. He jumped to clear for Belgium. 11.62 then for Jérôme Dubbeldam, and there is the rail, just the lightest of touches, but it still counts. 4 faults. Well, now it's Laurent Goffinet, Flipperdel. France started off in the team by a good performance on the first day, and then in the big team day, the 2 rounds, they dropped right out to 7th place. But Laurent Goffinet on this little stallion, 12-year-old, such a bundle of energy. Has gone very well indeed. 6.59, bronze medal position at the start. Oh, and he's in the water. Horse that, as you can see, so enthusiastic, wants to get on with the work. Laurent has got to have that such fine balance between letting the horse run but also having some control, and the control is running out. The horse is all the time just trying to run on, and Laurent, without really dominating, because this horse will not be dominated. 8 faults, and that's a crucial 8 faults. That is going to drop him right back now to 14.59, and he drops back out of the medals. This European Championship for France is really a watermark, because it really has not gone well for them, and I would think that would put him out of contention. 2 to go, and it's the reigning European champion, Christian Ullmann with Costa. The Germans who had a clean sweep in the medals in Donaueschingen 2 years ago, and this was the man who ended up as the champion. He then, of course, rode for Germany in the Olympic Games, and through the positive dope test of Ludger Beerbaum, the Germans, of course, dropped away. But this man played his part in what was again an impressive performance before that happened. But now he is struggling to retain his title. 4 and clear to win that runaway team gold medal for Germany. So now at the moment 10.21. He can't drop any further out of it. Already he's got Christine Lebert above him and Jos Lancic. He can't afford another. You can hear a pin drop here. Oof. Oh, and that one he nearly rocked. Well, he's got away with one, and the German's not looking quite so composed today. 10.21 drops him back to 3rd, behind Christine Lebert and Jos Lancic, with still 30-year-old Mark Kutzer for Germany to come. Yes, he was so lucky on a couple of occasions there. Now, what about Montender? 30-year-old Marco Kutzer, been a star pupil of Ludger Beerbaum. Ludger, for some quite surprisingly, not in the team here, but he's been very much behind the performance of this man. Double clear in the team gold medal. And he really has looked class. He at the moment on 3.79. Christine Lebert 8.69 and Jos Lansik on 9.34. Beautiful control down through there. Oh, now it's interesting. 7.79, less than a mark between gold and silver. Still one round to come, of course. And that's the way it's going to be. Ford to add to his overnight score. It is 7.79 after the first of these two final individual rounds. Marco Kutzer hangs on, but it's by a thread. This competition is on a knife edge. Lovely, lovely round, but one mistake. And the nerve has got a hold now. Well, here's confirmation of that dramatic situation. Look, the three medalists are within 2 marks. Christian Arman, the reigning champion, dropped back to 4th. Sharon Dubaldam. They're all in contention, and the crowd are waiting the second round. Well, away we go with the second round. Different course, less fences, bigger. Looks quite straightforward as we join Jessica Curtin. She's the only Irish rider in the individual. 25 came through at the start of the day, and now we're down to 22. Jessica at the moment in 19th place, 31.33. The Irish who've had a very bad tournament, can only be described as that. Robert Spillane had a fall the first day, horse was lame. Then Dermot Lennon was eliminated, and Harry Marshall's horse Ado Annie way below par. This the lady who did so well for Ireland, finished 11th in the end in Athens. Really jumped up, very good second round on team day. Way over the last, but it is one down for Ireland's Jessica Curtin. Lives now, of course, in Germany with Lady Georgina Forbes' Castle Forbes Makey. 35.33. She completes the European Individual Championship here in San Patrignano. And it's a big course, but it is quite straightforward, as in comes Katharine Offel, the 2004 German ladies champion, but now who rides for Ukraine, trying to set up a base in Ukraine to get a team together from there. Within the rules, that's possible these days. Set out very, very well on the first leg of this, was in 6th, but has dropped back ever since. She's currently 15th. In fact, she's currently 18th at the moment, 29.86. Very talented. Was the 2004 champion, and of course, some very good lady riders in Germany. Don't forget Meredith Michaels-Berbum, just one of them. But she won the title of the Ladies' Championship in 2004. And that's gone. But was so frustrated she couldn't get anywhere near the team, and so has taken to this Ukraine nationality. 10-year-old Dutch-bred horse. There's a lot of very good Dutch-bred horses here in San Patrignano. 4 faults to add for Katharina Offel, 33.86. Doesn't drop below Jessica Curtin. it looks big, but straightforward. This, of course, the end of a long tournament. 3 days of jumping, and this, the 5th round at the very top level. Consistency has got to be the name of the game, and that's not always easy. Manuel Fernandez Saro from Spain with the 10-year-old Catani. He came in the last position to get through. 25 allowed to come through to this final day. No British riders, although they had qualified, they in fact withdrew. And so Manuel Fernandez Saro benefited from that. He jumped a clear round in the first round. And there aren't too many of those. 7 in all. Will he be the first one to jump a double clear? There is prize money for this day, totally independent of the medals. So a double clear round would probably earn him some pretty good diesel money to go back to Spain. Very powerful horse. Spain, another team that it's been a disappointing tournament. Didn't qualify for the second round of the Team Nations Cup, the team medals. And he the only individual to be appearing on Spain's behalf on this final day. Double clear round, very good performance from this man. Stays on 29.58. It's not going to win a medal, but has salvaged something for Spain out of a very, very disappointing European Championships. Well, now Sweden's Peder Fredriksson, the former 3-day event rider, turned to show jumping, and very successfully too. Finished one of 6, equal 4th in the Athens Olympics on this horse, H&M Magic Bengtsson. Sweden too have had a desperate championships. They of course have won a lot of medals, world, European, and of course silver medalists in the Olympics last year. But out with a washing here. Yes, Marlene Bayard, now Marlene Johnson, was eliminated. Butterfly flip, probably off colour, and that meant they were down to 3, and it didn't work for them. This is the only Swedish representative, currently in 16th place, 27.38, and has got 4 to add to that. Stands absolutely packed. Beautifully over the last. At least Peder Fredriksson completes, but it'll be a disappointment. McKinley, their best hope, with Ralph Goran Bengtsson. He withdrew this morning. They felt his horse McKinley off colour. So one to forget for Sweden. The facilities here that the inmates, some 1,800 of them, actually are in that drug therapy part of the establishment, have done such a wonderful job. Every aspect of this championship so spot on. Well, now Leon Tyson from Holland, Nairobi, had a very, very good first competition here. And then in the team, where Holland, remember, won the bronze medal, he had a 4 and a 12. And in the first round of this competition, he had 8 faults. He started off today in 16th place, had 2 fences down in the first round. So comes in now in 15th place. Very good winner of the Grand Prix in Linz in Austria on this horse, which was one of the reasons why he got in the Dutch team. Oh, flies the last, and an impressive clear round to end on. Good way to end. 26.33. Might well go higher than his overnight or his pre-final round of 15th place. But a nice way to end the European Championships. The pride and enthusiasm that this tournament has been put on really is a great tribute. And here are part of the 1,800 people here undergoing that drug therapy. And this can be, of course, contributed to the world of the horse, part of that therapy. And that has got to be good news wherever it goes. Well, now it is Gerke Schroeder. Had that very disappointing first round today, 12 faults, which dropped him back from 7th place to 13th. Rob Aarons has taken on the manager's job, chef de keep of the Dutch. Very, very experienced, very good tactical man. And of course, one of the great arts of being a chef de keep and manager is knowing your riders and being able to get the very best out of them when it matters. And Holland over the last, 13 years since they won the medal in Barcelona have been very up and down, but they've looked a much stronger unit here. And Gerke Schroeder puts that previous round behind him. 12 in the first round, clear this time. So he too ends on a better note. It's not going to be a medal for Gerke, but I think we shall probably find him in contention for a medal in the years ahead. 21.81. It's a long way from the current leading scores of 7.79, 8.69 and 9.34. But there's pride in this Dutch team here, and they've gone home with a European team bronze medal. And it might be that Jeroen Dubbeldam could still get them an individual. Well, here's a star, and only 21 years old. Young rider, European champion. And he has performed right to all of the acclaims that have been made about this young man. Italy are right back on the world stage. Cesar Croce, the president of the Italian Federation, he's worked and worked and worked, and bringing the championships all part of the big picture. And Italy are going to go away from here with a lot to look forward to, that is for certain. Andrea Herholtz, who came at the start of the day, 12.46, was in 8th place with Nanta. But then had 2 down. Comes in here in 12th place, 20.46. Remember that name. We're going to hear more of him. Andrea Herholtz. And once again, look at the crowd, look at their faces. The picture itself tells a story of enthusiasm and excitement. And I think this young man will do the rest in time. Yep, you wave that flag, madam. You can be proud. They've got the horsepower, they've got the talent, and they've put it together here in San Patrignano. So he finishes on 20.46. As in comes the World Cup winner, Meredith Michaels-Beerbom, riding checkmate. Shutterfly would have been her preference, but that was injured a week ago. But this horse, very talented, perhaps without the mileage. So Meredith, who would have been very much on for a medal. Jumped a clear round in the first round today. And so checkmate moved up from 13th to 11th. 16.81, but it's all very, very close. Yes, Meredith's 2 rounds in the Nations Cup dropped her off the individual. It was an 8 and a 4. But a good individual clear round on checkmate in the first round in this final day. 16.81 is her current score. Almost surely too far behind. But double clear round today, the second double clear round. So 16.81 the final score. And of course 2 German riders still to come, and that'll give them confidence. Class jockey, American born of course, but has lived and of course married to Marcus Beerbohm. Now one of the greats, the only woman to lead the world rankings recently, and is definitely one of the best at the moment. Now Marcus Enning, Gitania, led the very first day, and in the team, lost concentration, in his words, in the very final round when Germany already won the team gold. Had 12 faults in that final round, and so oh, well, what did happen? Well, let's look at it again, and it almost looks as if he was too far off. It looks as if he missed, and that you don't often see. Yeah, he was a mile away, and Gitania said no, put down. And Marcus Enning, for a tournament that's got worse and worse for him, will, I would think, retire. Well, full of drama right to the very end. Yes, drops his reins and says it'll have to be another day. Well, what other drama is left in this competition? Switzerland's Fabio Crotta with Madame Pompadour, 10-year-old French-bred horse. And Fabio Crotta played a key part in that very good team silver medal. Rolf Grass just over the moon with his team, and so Marcus Fuchs, because other than Marcus, a fairly new look to this Swiss team, and by Jove, they did really compete. They began to show their form in Rotterdam with a very exciting match with Germany, and they've certainly come up to that form here. Fabio Crotta coming in 9th place, 15.39. Clear round here begins to put the pressure on the rest. This is all about nerve, all about temperament. High and wide over the last, and he is thrilled. He's already got a silver medal in his pocket, and he finishes with an excellent clear round, 15.39 for the man from Switzerland on Markham Sen's Madame Pompadour. 15.39, and remember, Marco Kutzer currently in the lead on 7.79. It's less than 2 fences between them. Into the last 8, and the last chance for Italy, Juan Carlos Garcia and the 17-year-old Loro Piana Albin III. Clear in the first round. 2 double clear rounds so far, 1 for Spain, 1 for Germany. That's on this final day, of course. Hark at the crowd. They're all riding this horse, and he's a pretty experienced horse himself at 17. Several Olympics for Colombia. In Athens he represented Italy, and the crowd now have taken him absolutely to their heart. When you think about it, this competition is all about producing the horse for 4 days. And they have done that so brilliantly. Well done. What a way to finish for Juan Carlos Garcia. A double clear round with Loro Piana Albin, 14.75. He would at least stay 8th and could well go higher, because it is all so very close in the last 8. Show jumping is back in Italy, that is for sure. This horse produced absolutely spot on, and behind the scenes in Italy there's been some changes in the management, but it hasn't affected the performance here. Well, now it's Laurent Goffinet, no change in that management. Jean-Maurice Bonneau still very much in charge. And he's had France on song on a number of occasions, but not here. Flipperdale, remember, in that first round here, went from 3rd, back now to 7th. Laurent Goffinet now trying to salvage something out of what has been such a disappointing tournament. Oh, he's in trouble! And the further this competition has gone on, the more difficult this horse to ride. He's just fought and fought. That was the problem down that line. And Laurent Goffinet had no option other than to pull out. Now, what's he going to do? Oh, yes. I think this a week to forget for that man. He is going to come again. Just for a moment, I thought he was going to retire. And a look of disbelief on the crowd's face. Oh, he's not got a great... And the horse is down tools. Well, well, well. Jean-Maurice hangs his head in disbelief. This tournament has got worse and worse, and out go the French supporters. Doesn't get a good stride. This is the first time, you know, he was fighting all the way down. Caught that bar and, of course, lost the horse's confidence. But now, 23-year-old Steve Godat with Isovlas Pierre Lotta. Great horse. Ralph Goran Bengtsson won a medal at Arnhem European Championships 4 years ago. But this horse now owned by Australian Edwina Alexander. Steve, the stable jockey for Jan Tops. And Jan Tops is the boyfriend of Edwina, and this horse in that stable. Edwina lent the horse to Steve for the World Cup. Went very well there at short notice, and this horse became available just before the tournament. Very generous of Edwina, and Steve has done the business. He is very, very talented. Was 6th 2 years ago in Donaueschingen, and that's where he really came on the scene at just 21 years old. And look at that, isn't that wonderful? The youth, absolutely everything crossed. I think in Switzerland actually they don't cross everything, I think they press thumbs, if I remember rightly. A lovely round, lovely round. And Steve Godat, he was 6th. He stays on 14.34. And will anybody drop below him in the top 5? What is in store for the European Individual Championships? Pierlotta now 14 years old, and there are the youth. That's the sort of encouragement that brings new people into the sport. Jeroen Dubbeldam with BMC Nassau, 11.62. He was in fourth place at the start of the day, had one down in the first round. Now he is less than a fence behind the leader and is currently fifth. The Sydney individual Olympic champion. Has always been an extremely talented horseman, but you need horses, and DCM has got older, has had injuries, but this horse he's nursed and nursed. Was very frustrated with that one fence down in the last round. Every sinew stretched. Both Jeroen and the horse. How crucial is that clearance? He stays on 11.62, and there are 4 left to jump. If 2 of them drop out in any way with the fence down, Jeroen could still win a medal. Well, horse and rider withstood that pressure, as you'd expect for a true professional, Jeroen Dubbeldam. And all the hard work put in has paid off for Jeroen. Now, what about the reigning European champion? He was in silver medal position at the start of this final day. He had one down, and that dropped him outside the medals. He needs a clear, and he still has a chance, even of winning his title. It's that close, but it's got to be clear. Through there easily enough. Ooh. Just needs to settle the horse back on this turn. It, of course, keeps looping back, gives the riders a chance just to settle the horse back down again. Just the last. Oh, he's gone! He got very, very deep. And he looks to the sky in disbelief. He just got very deep with plenty of pace on, and down it went. And so the European champion of 2003 loses that title and almost certainly loses a medal. And Jeroen Dubbeldam now is very much in contention for a medal. Well, now Jos Lancic, the man from Belgium now, Cavalier Kumano, horse with huge ability, won the most valuable competition in the world in Calgary last year. He's gone well. Started out very well on the first day, then lost some places on the 2 rounds of the team. Belgium didn't win a medal, and they were strongly tipped. Now, can this man win them back? The horse is really leaping, 9.34, but he's got to stay clear. Just drops on that back bar. And so it looks if Jos Lancic, the class and experience of this now Belgian rider, is not going to do the business. Jeroen Dubbeldam moves ahead. Flies the last, but it's one down. 2 years ago, Ludo Philippants looked to have won gold for Belgium, lost it by 1 second. And Jos Lancic now again loses a medal for Belgium. 13.34. Remember, Jeroen Dubbeldam, 11.62. He is going to win a medal. Jeroen for Holland. Now, what about this 26-year-old lady rider, Christina Lebert, LB No Mercy? Well, Leberts have been in show jumping for a very long time. The great Beat Manley has ridden for the stable, but now this is the stable jockey. They've surpassed themselves here. They've gone better than ever. Can she now clinch a medal? Clear in the first round. Only 3 double clears so far. She's in silver medal position. Can she hold that? Could she go higher? Could she be European champion? One left. Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! The pictures tell the story. There'll be more youth wanting to show jump. Christine Lebert definitely wins silver. Could she still win gold? Well, that is a superb performance and really stamps these championships for Switzerland. Team silver, definitely individual silver. Could they finish it with the gold? This is the one man between Christina Lebert and a lady winning again the European Championship. Happened in 1999. Marco Cuzzo, Montenda, he has looked all over a potential champion so far. Can he now finish it off? Less than a mark, less than 1 time fault between Marco Cuzzo and Christina Lebert. 7.79 to Christina in the clubhouse on 8.69. There's so much of this man's mentor in his riding. Ludger Bierbaum, of course, the man who's trained this man right through. Perfection in the world of show jumping. Balance, rhythm, control, all brilliantly put together in a package with the wonderful horse, the 11-year-old Montenda, and the 30-year-old German Marco Cuzzo. Really giving an exhibition of what world-class show jumping is all about. And the crowd know it, they rise. And these championships have been an outstanding success from beginning to end. The great founder of this community here, Vincenzo Michieli, died 10 years ago, but he'll be proud of what he's achieved. And so will Marco Cuzzo with the gold. Christina Lebert for Switzerland winning the silver, and Jeroen Dubbeldam for Holland the bronze. And as we look through the rest of the placings, some new names, some young names, and names we're going to be hearing, I think, for quite a while after these European Championships. So the Sydney Olympic champion is back, Jeroen Dubbeldam. He's nursed Nassau, and today, once again, he's shown that he is one of the top world's professionals. And what about this young lady, 26 years old? Very close contact with Heidi Hori, who won the silver medal for Switzerland in Italy 20 years ago in Dinard. And she too is a name to look forward to for the future. And what about the champion? Well, he has all the hallmarks of the great Ludger Beerbaum, and of course he's the man who's trained him. 30-year-old Marco and the 11-year-old Montenda have looked absolutely sublime here. Horse owned by Ludger and the Dutch beater Johnny Fischerick. And of course he won individual bronze after Ken O'Connor's disqualification in Athens. And really, this was on the cards.
Montenda is a super horse. He jumped in Athens, fantastic. So for sure, I know that what he can do. But anyway, you need a little bit of luck, and this I had this weekend, so I'm very pleased. And also very thanks to Ludger. He did a fantastic job. He trained me, and so thanks to everybody who helped me.
So San Patrignano put on a championships to remember. The horse and the drug therapy come together to provide an exciting European championship. Hope you've enjoyed it. Goodbye from San Patrignano.